What's up everyone? I have a 5 Blowfish victory for you today, and I have to say that since I have incorporated using seal into my strategy, it has been a lot easier doing 5 of a kind runs. And I think I've been sleeping on seal for a long time, so it's time for me to make up for my mistakes and use seal more often to get more 5 of a kinds. And today's 5 Blowfish video is going to be no exception. I'm going to be scaling using the seal, but it's going to be a while until that happens, so for now I'm just going to be surviving. And I think I look into my first Blowfish on this turn. We shall see. Yeah, here it is. And Blowfish, I have to say, is for the mid game a very strong unit. I think it's kind of I used to think at least that it was kind of inferior to the Dolphin, because Dolphin gives you 3 damage straight up and it's to the lowest health unit, whereas the Blowfish, if you manage to kill it in one hit, it's not going to be giving you any triggers of that 2 damage at level 1, which I usually don't like. People kind of like it because they can use it along with Elephant to trigger more snipes, but I'm not the sort of person who uses that build, so I'm not really familiar with that. But yeah, you can see here I'm starting to scale up the Blowfish, and hopefully I can get it to naturally survive hits and not induce any damage on it with elephants and the like. And yeah, I can get my damage and my snipes through that way. I think I was very lucky with this run. I have another Blowfish here and another giraffe. And you bet that these 2 units are going to go into my team. I even don't have space to put the deer in, which usually is a very strong unit at this point in the game. Turns 5 and 6, you usually want deer because it's so strong. It's usually going to take out 2 to 3 enemy units, but this team doesn't have any space for it. Which I guess it's kind of funny, you know, scaling up to Blowfish, being greedy. I kind of expected to lose, that's why I froze the snail, but no such luck. Is that lucky? I guess it would be kind of unlucky. I only consider losing to be lucky when I have 2 or more snails frozen in the shop, because with the old snail you had +2/+2 buff, so it was very strong for the point in the game that you get it. But it's for just a meager 1/1 buff, I'm like, that's not good enough for me. So I'd rather not lose in the first place, but if I do lose, hopefully I have 2 snails frozen in the shop. But anyway, enough of my tangents. You can see that I'm starting to scale up to Blowfish very nicely now, both having garlic armor, which is the best food you can give to Blowfish in my opinion. Like, you can argue that melon would be better late game, but you face a lot of summon teams in the late game, so garlic is good even then. Maybe I should have leveled the Blowfish actually, so it can deal 4 damage and destroy teams even faster, but you can see it's no issue even now. Dealing only 2 damage, I'm still destroying teams, but I think I'm going to be getting the level anyway. Or maybe not. I got the giraffe level, but I expected to get the Blowfish level as well. I guess I was kind of worried that I wouldn't be finding 5 Blowfish, which I don't think it's very reasonable considering how it's only turn 8. I have 6 more wins to go, so I think it would be likely that I find at least 3 more Blowfish. But you know, it all worked out, so I shouldn't be complaining about my past choices. And you can see a lot of summon teams I face off against, and garlic armored Blowfish doesn't really care, it just plows through them. And I think this is going to be the point in the game where I find my seal, so I can start seal scaling. You can see I learned from yesterday's mistake with the 5 squirrel run that I don't really pick up the 4 Blowfish now, I just have the 3, so I have a slot open for cows, and so that the sushi and the salads and the pizzas are all more likely to hit the seal as a result. What I'm looking for on turns 9 and 10 when I have a seal is chocolates, because at level 1 the seal's ability isn't really that strong, but at level 2 it's the buff is really sizable, so I want to get it to level 2 as soon as possible. And you can see the Blowfish are standing their ground. They are very strong units, especially if you buff them up so that they can survive multiple hits. I think I forgot to mention this, but this isn't really the first 5 of a kind Blowfish run that has been achieved. Like, I think XRB did one before me, and he used monkey scaling, which I find to be kind of interesting, because with monkey scaling you only get to buff up a single unit, the frontline unit, and that way you have a lot of weak Blowfish in the back, which isn't really what you want. Blowfish's ability shines brightest when it has more health, so that it can trigger many times, but I think it's even more impressive that he did it with a monkey and not with a seal like what I'm doing right here. And you can see it's not really the ability that's winning me the rounds, it's just the seal scaling is so strong, so crazy, that people can't really catch up to me. And yeah, it's very quickly approaching the end this run, and already at 8 victories, and I think this is going to be the 9th one. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of scary going up against one strong unit, but I barely pull off that win. And I think this is going to be it. Yeah, I find even a 3rd Blowfish, so I can level my frontline to level 2 along with the 5 of a kind. I'm doing a bit of a gold calculation, you know, just so that I know that I have just the right amount of gold to buy everything I need. And yeah, this is going to be it. Thank you for watching. Enjoy as we destroy this upcoming team. It was kind of close, but thankfully I managed to pull it off with this frontline Scorpion almost cheesing me. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care.